So Sheila, thank you so much for sharing all of that. So with that being said, do you have a course, training, coaching that goes along with what you were just sharing with us just now?
Yes, I do. I am an Amazon coach, so I have mentors. I offer a 3 months intensive mentorship because I feel that you can get it in 3 months and be well on your way. I offer the master class for those who do not want to actually do the 3 months. They can just go with the master class. And listen, when I tell you I'm giving the gems, I'm giving everything. That master class is so full of all my tricks, all my everything that I did, my whole blueprint, how I made over $10,000 of sales in my first 30 days. And actually, it was 28 days to be truthful, but it just sounds better to say 30. Round it up.
Hey man, your dog is super trained but mine never listens to me.
That's because I just signed up for a dog training course in the community app. It notifies you of all classes happening within a 10-mile radius and has many options. They've got literally everything from dog training classes to dance classes.
No way, you mean I can get my dog trained and learn dancing?
Yeah, install the app right now and see for yourself.
Aluva Life Greens actually started for me when I was 23 years old. I went out and bought a $400 industrial juicer and I started juicing every single week. And I hated it. It took so much time, it cost money, and it was a process. That's when I started making the Life Greens product. It truly is the one drink that you should take every day for the rest of your life.
My name is Amy and I absolutely love fitness. I'm a licensed cosmetologist and a professional makeup artist. Eating healthy is not the easiest thing. We get so busy in our lives, it's really hard to take the time to eat healthy and to eat right. My absolute favorite thing about this product is that they combine reds, greens, and probiotics in one mix. You put it in your water and you shake it up and voila, it's so easy and it tastes amazing. You'll feel a difference. Then you start believing that you really can change and that you can actually feel better.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tina Ramsay Show and podcast. I am so super duper excited to have today's featured guest. Let me tell you something. When you think of the words ambitious, energetic, loyal, those are the words that describe today's featured guest, who is the amazing, the extraordinary Sheila C. Hill. She is a multi-talented motivational speaker, a mentor, a best-selling author on Amazon. Of course, she's a coach, people, and she is an entrepreneur. She is also a community activist, and she hosts the Sheila C. Hill Show, powered by CTR Media Network. And she is passionate about what she does and how she do what she do, helping you to be able to get those tasks done more effectively, and also being a motivation, honey, like the wind beneath my wings. That's Sheila. Let's bring her on today. Hello, Sheila. Welcome to the Tina Ramsay Show.
Why, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, I am just so... First of all, I'm just so glad that you was able to stop by, because I know that you are super duper busy. So the fact that you took some time to come over to Tina Ramsay Show, I want to thank you for that. But when I think about all the things that you do, because you have so many different layers, can you just highlight for us a particular accomplishment or a project that you're proud of? Because I see that you do a lot of different things, and explain why that particular project is so significant to you.
I would say one project that I did was during the pandemic. I have a CBD dispensary, and because it was closed down, I needed to find a way to pay that light bill, and pay everything, because I still have rent and everything. So one of my biggest accomplishments was researching and understanding how to pivot. So I learned how to pivot by trying to find different ways to make income to help keep my business afloat. So I tried making candles. I had started a candle company. I love candles, but listen, it was not bringing the money that it needed to bring. Okay. So then I started researching Amazon, how to sell on Amazon. So I did that, and I saw that it might have some potential. So with that, I hired a coach. It's very important to hire a coach, invest in yourself. Once I saw that I was getting it, and I said, okay, boom, I'm going to do this. So I started, and with that, I was reaching all different types of levels, and I sold over $10,000 of products on Amazon in my first 30 days. Yes, I was killing the game. I didn't even know I was killing the game, right? So it wasn't until later on that, someone had made a post in one of my Amazon groups, and they were saying, hey, my wife finally made our goal. We hit 10K of sales, and we've been doing it for 4 months. And that's what made me look at my numbers. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, I got that. So I was able to not just use that income to help my business stay afloat, but it also provided other income and other opportunities where I was able to scale it even more from the 10,000, 13 to 15 to 65 to just the different, the scaling. And then from there, I started coaching it. I did a master class, and then I started coaching. And so now I have mentees that I teach them my blueprint of how I was successful.
Whew. Okay, so let's go a little bit back, okay? Because you said that you had a distillery, and then you was trying to figure out how to maneuver with that, which I want to go back to this a little bit later. But what I thought was very remarkable is that you decided that you need to pivot and how that looked, and then you realized that you need a coach. And let me tell you something, you guys. When you go get a coach, you need to make sure you get a real coach, people who have results. Yes. And so when you did that, you started doing Amazon. Now, many people are doing Amazon. Well, I ain't gonna say many people, but there are people who are doing Amazon. But it's so many different layers of Amazon. So we're gonna break this down a little bit. So are you talking about an Amazon influencer program, the Amazon affiliate program, or you talking about something else on Amazon where there are like literally have their own store and people can go buy their stuff? And how does that work? Don't go out into the deeps.
That's a very good question. Yes, there's so many different levels and ways to make money on Amazon. The way that I do it is called FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. And what I do is I go to my local stores and I find products. I use an app on my phone, Amazon app, and another third-party app, and I scan the products and I see how much it costs in the store and then how much is selling on Amazon. And if there's a price difference to make a profit, then I will purchase a product. This is called retail arbitrage. Okay, so that's retail arbitrage. I'm in my local stores. I will go to the Christmas tree shop, the Dollar General, the Dollar Tree, almost any Ollie's, Walmart, just different places. And I do my research. It's called sourcing when you take and you're going to try to find the products. So when there is a difference in the market, then you buy it. So everything that you buy on Amazon, of course, there's a markup and the people are making money. Now, I would say almost 93% of the sellers on Amazon are third-party sellers, just like you and me. So other percentage is Amazon, but corporations, there's 500 Fortune 500 corporations, there's individuals like me, there's crafters. So there's so many different ways to sell on Amazon. So that's what I chose, is fulfillment by Amazon. I buy the products, I prepare them at my home or my warehouse, then I send them in to Amazon and they take care of the selling, they take care of the shipping, customer service, and all that. That's what's called FBA.
Wait a minute. I know you just didn't. Hold up, wait a minute. pin drop. This is my mic drop. Did you just say you go around and source products to see if it's a different price markup? Then you turn around and decide, okay, I like the pricing and I'm going to purchase this myself. Then you go and prepare the boxes or whatever like that, or the product, and then you ship it into Amazon. And then Amazon mail all this stuff out for you, and they handle the customer service and the shipping and all of that. And then you get paid when it sells. You get a piece.
I get a piece. Yes, ma'am. I get paid when it sells, and it works. It's a really great model that works for people who want to have a side job or replace their income or just need extra side money. That's something you can do on your own time. You can just do it on the weekends. I taught my children, my teenagers, and then they would scan. We'll make it a contest. Who can find the best product, So yeah, Ross is a good place. TJ Maxx as well, different places. So yes, ma'am, that's the thing.
Oh, my goodness. So this is what you teach your clients how to do.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I'm just like, really, I need to be doing this for real.
You can definitely do it just at your own pace. And that's why I try to tell people, don't focus on anyone else. Just focus on what works for you at your own pace. You can just do it. College kids can do it. Oh my goodness. It's so many different ways you can do it.
Now I was familiar with the letters of Amazon FBA. I see it from time to time on social media. It pops up in my social media, but I really didn't understand what that meant. I knew the words of it, but I didn't understand the details of it. And to me, when I first saw it, because I had several people reach out to me over the years and say, you will be perfect for this because you wear all these different products. You do. It's like, because I am an Amazon influencer.
Right.
And so they were like, and this is just like another layer because you get paid more than one way and you just missing money on the table. And I was like, it's kind of complicated, and I'm busy enough. So the fact that this is something, and I'm thinking about the economy that we're currently in.
Yes.
This can be something that can actually help you feed your family, pay that mortgage or rent, pay that car note, put grocery food on the table, buy the clothes, take a family vacation, because with this, if I'm understanding you correctly, you can pick your time, pick your hours, when and where you do. You have to have a certain amount of product that you have to put up every month.
Oh, no. Everything is just your own pace. If I want to go shopping right now, I'll go shopping and I'll just, see how much I want to pay. I set myself a budget and then I set my time when I want to go out. I was like, okay, I'm just going to go out for 2 hours. If I find something in 2 hours, I'll come home. It can be 10 items. It can be 50 items. It just depends. Like sometimes my trunk is full and sometimes I just have it in a little box. It just depends. But it doesn't matter how big the size is because it's based on your return of investment. So that's what I teach, how you're going to know if this is a good product and if it's selling, not just a return of investment. Is it selling on Amazon and how often? So I do a deep dive to show you to pick the best products. So yes. And then the other there's a FBM that you may hear as well. That's fulfillment by merchant. The same process. The only thing is when it sells on Amazon, I will send it out. I'm responsible for customer service and I'm responsible to contact the customer and mail everything. So sometimes it just depends on the busy seasons. You may have to do that as well. Or even during the summer months, if you're selling something like chocolate that's meltables, then you may have to do that because you cannot send it in because Amazon, they don't have no air conditions. So you have to send it in from your home or your warehouse.
Wow, that is amazing. You know what, you guys, I know you're on the edge of your seat, but guess what? We got to pay these bills, honey. So we got to take a commercial break and we'll be back in a moment with the amazing Sheila Hill explaining us about Amazon and so much more. So after this commercial break, we'll dive right back into the conversation, but we got to pay these lights. So we're going to take this commercial. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, man, let's keep. Go to teachingme.com and purchase my book.
Our CTR Media Network sponsors. A special shout out to our platinum sponsors, Eleanor and Leroy Mason from happyandhealthy.global. Happyandhealthy.global is a health and nutrition business that educates and provides essential natural wellness products to build your health and wealth. To find out more of what they have to offer to you, go to happyandhealthy.global. Thank you to our CTR Media Network sponsors. To learn more about our sponsors and CTR Media Network, go to ctrmedianetwork.com. And just like that, we are back. And I come along with a friend whom you might ask, the amazing Sheila C. Hill. And we are back. So let me give you guys a little recap. We were speaking about Amazon fulfillment, FBA. She's even told us a little bit about the FBM. And just breaking it down how if you need to pivot, if you need something to do this can actually be done by your children and yourself, this is a way that it can actually change your life, making your money work for you more than one way. Because from what I'm hearing, this is stuff that you may buy anyway, and now you can buy it and then someone else buy it from you, and then you make money, and then your outfit is now for free. So Sheila, thank you so much for sharing all of that. So with that being said, do you have a course, training, coaching that goes along with what you were just sharing with us just now?
Yes, I do. I am an Amazon coach, so I have mentors. I offer a 3 months intensive mentorship because I feel that you can get it in 3 months and be well on your way. I offer the master class for those who do not want to actually do the 3 months. They can just go with the master class. And listen, when I tell you I'm giving the gems, I'm giving everything. That master class is so full of all my tricks, everything that I did, my whole blueprint, how I made over $10,000 of sales in my first 30 days. And actually it was 28 days to be truthful, but it just sounds better to say 30, round it up. So yes, I offer that. And yes, so I have it in my link tree on Instagram is Sheila the Amazon Hustler. So that's my main source to contact me for Amazon.
Okay, well, definitely we're going to be dropping that link and make sure that people can get that link tree so people can get in contact and see about the pricing and all of that and join. So with the mastermind, is that something that is a course that's already prepared that's at your own pace?
We actually meet live for 3 months on Monday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We meet live and I give them, and even I offer opportunity to virtual shop with them their first time. They have another mobile device and I'm with them to make them comfortable and check out different things. So I can really be there for them. What I did is I wanted to give what I needed at the very beginning. So as I begin to coach them, I'm answering all the questions and give them that support. And I know it will help them propel their business. And then I'm also just teaching them not just about Amazon, I'm teaching them about business credit, making sure your credit is set up, because I want them to learn about building a business and having that firm foundation as well.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. Once my schedule free up a little bit, that's gonna. I love taking classes and courses that can help my family financially.
Yes.
So, and it sounds kind of fun. It's almost like
it is
being a secret shopper. That kind of that doesn't exist. People being a secret shopper, that is a real job.
Yeah.
I can't go into details, but if I'm telling you it's a real, catch the hint. But anyway. All right. And so we're going to pivot this conversation a little bit onto you being an author and what type of book you have. And we're going to go into your do you do any other type of coaching as well? Because I know you say Amazon and business. So before we go there, let's speak about your book, because it says that you are an Amazon best-selling author. I want to know, what is this book about? How can I get it, girl? And I know it's on Amazon. What's the title, honey?
The title of the book, yes, it is on Amazon. The title of the book is Girl, Your Brand is a Big Deal. Yes. Okay. Let's represent. And yes, it is anthology of some other people within my group that we each wrote a chapter. And my chapter is Girl, the Great Rescue. And I really talk about sometimes you have to be your own rescue. And I show how I was actually rescued during Hurricane Matthew in my front yard. Yes, my street was turned into a river. The houses got flooded. Mine didn't, thank God. But yeah, and I just relate that to business as well. How sometimes you need to be rescued. Sometimes you need to get this off your chest and understand that it's okay to be vulnerable, but at the end of the day, your brand is a big deal. So a lot of times you have to let go of those preconceived notions of what it looks like of success and how it looks to get there. So and it is on Amazon. Girl, Your Brand is a Big Deal. You will see it with Dr. Sade Adu.
Okay, well, that sounds amazing. So I have to really go and check that out because you in it, honey.
Yes,
okay, check that out. And so when I'm thinking about all of these different successes, I'm hearing you saying your first 30 days, 28 days, but you say 30 to be nice. 30 days, you made your first 10K with Amazon fulfillment or FBA. With that being said, we know your end result, but was it easy? Did you go into any obstacles? And if you did, what were they?
It definitely was not easy. There was a lot of questioning myself, like, am I doing this right? Because at the very, very beginning, I did not have a coach. I'm just going off of what I saw on YouTube and various platforms of how to do it. Even my first shipment, I was like, oh my God, I hope I'm sending it to the correct shipment place, warehouse. It was not easy, even just understanding the process and trying to get people around me and let's do this together. And they was like, no, I'm not, so not having that support, I have support within my immediate family, but it was not easy. And then understanding the process of packaging and what goes and what doesn't go, what sells. And then there's a lot of times where you was restricted. You can't sell a certain amount of things because you're new. You have to prove yourself to Amazon. So I just overcame it by just having my head down. And then when I hired a coach, the format that she was telling me, it really gave me that assurance, like, okay, I can breathe. That's why I invest in coaches, especially at early, because if she's already hit the humps and the bumps, why should I have to? Because success leaves clues. So I said, okay, let me go. So once I did, I just had my head down and I was focused on the process. And it didn't matter what came my way because I was focused on the process. I wasn't focused on the money. I wasn't focused on meeting a certain standard. I was just focused on that process that I was taught. And then when I did not realize that I was killing the game until someone made that post about how much they made. And I wasn't comparing myself. I was just focused. And then from there, it just really took off. So it was worth that sacrifice of studying, researching, and then eventually investing in a coach.
I agree with you 1000% because being a coach, the problem with coaches, I feel in the beginning, for me, I've been coaching for over 10 years. Oh, wow. So when I first started coaching in the beginning, I'm like, I'm a coach. I can do this. I don't need no coach. I'm a coach myself. I'm a coach myself. I done went to school and I'm a life coach. I can do business. I can do family. I can do this and that because I went to school to do all of it, right? I just pick where I want to focus. And so I was like, I don't need, let me tell you something. If you have a coach that don't have a coach, that don't have a mentor, you need to run for the hills.
Come on.
Because a coach will always have their own coaches and will always have their own mentors, because if they're truly scaling up, they're going to need someone that knows more than them. You don't know everything. And you have to humble yourself to reach out for help and find the right help. And so, yes, a lot of my success is because I have qualified coaches, because I only know so much. They help me get past the ceiling. Okay. Once they take me as far as they can take me, then I get another coach and another coach and another coach. And so, like you said, success leaves clues.
Yes.
And 9 times out of 10, when someone is successful hitting them 4 figures on any product, 4 to 5 figures, it's because they've been coached.
Right.
It's because they've been coached. And sometimes people naturally have a little niche they can do it. But if they're already making 4 figures and 5 figures and they want to make 6, they're gonna need a coach.
Most definitely.
Yes. And so
I've had 5 coaches at one time in various industries. Yes.
I have coaches that does different things. I have PR, marketing, and branding. I have podcasting, because I have other people that does more than me in podcasting. Then I have homeschooling. I have like everything that I'm doing.
Yes.
And then I have mindset development, because I am a certified mindset development coach, but I don't do that. But I do that to keep my self-care and mental health together. And so I have coaches that help me with that, and mentors that help me with that. And so all of this of what I'm saying is find a coach, find a mentor, a combination of all of it. Because in order for you to truly scale up, build your business and your brand for longevity, you're going to need someone, more than someone, that's going to know what you don't know. And like Sheila said, why try to reinvent the wheel? Because they already know the bumps and bruises. If I can avoid some of the scrapes and all of that comes along with business, that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
And that means I have to pay you to help me avoid some of them bumps and bruises. Well, let me pay you, because you're going to have some anyway. You're going to have some anyway. So if I can minimize and get myself closer to my goal faster, because you know how to do it, then that's what I'm going to do. And I had to mature to that, people. I just, I'm totally transparent. I wasn't always this open. I had to grow to that. So Sheila, how do you, with everything that you do, because you mentioned that you're a mom, you're also a wife, you are a business owner, and you have your mentees, your clients, or your clients or coaching students, whatever terminology you like to use, that is looking to you for assistance and help and support. So how do you stay motivated and focus on your goals? Because let's face it, no matter how good we are, life happens. And like I was telling you backstage, honey, some days is not good days. Some days you just barely trucking. And then some days you're like, woo! So how do you stay motivated during the times when it's not a woo moment? It's like, Lord Jesus, help me. Take the wheel.
Yes, I know. Every day is not a good day. And it is okay not to be okay sometimes. But just knowing, having the tools to get to that next step and to get out of that hump. A lot of times what I do is I take some time and just have some self-care and do nothing for the day. Whatever happens that day. I'm just clearing my schedule, or I just allow myself to meditate as well. But having supportive people to talk to, and just my husband's like my number one fan, of course. And listen, I just I just be talking. And he's like, okay, yeah, Having to vent, that helps a lot. But also to know that if I can help one person, that gives me motivation, that fuels me. And to understand that where I was and where I used to be, and I was very ambitious and I wanted to be successful, but not to have someone that I could look to. And I wanted to be that solution to those that have that problem. And just understanding that in my past, at one time I was wrecking in my body and I was not able to be mobile. I was bedridden for months at a time, could not walk, and I had different health ailments, and I was depressed and had anxiety and pain. I've been to every pain clinic in my area. And so with that, I look back and I reflect on those times when I was not able to do something, and I pull strength from that. And I say, you know what? I made it through that. This is nothing. And then it helps me to push through.
Wow. So let's talk or have a little discussion a little bit about the journey that thrust you into the distillery. Because even though you don't do a distillery like the building, but you still have products that actually help individuals. What do you distill? What do you create? And who is it helping? And how did it help you?
So I do have, it's called A House of Hemp CBD dispensary. And with my journey, I call myself a chronic warrior, pain warrior, because I was in so much pain, but I made it through. So I'm a warrior. And for 20 plus years, I had crippling muscle spasms and problems with my back and my neck that will lock up and I'm not able to move. So I was taking 21 pills and supplements a day. 21. I had those pill counters. You know how your grandparents used to have all those Monday to now I was having them filling them up. I even was taking the opioids, the really strong medicines that you can get addicted to. And then the Narcan, I was prescribed that just in case I overdosed and I would have to spray my nose, or my children have to spray my nose. And it was just, I was not living, I was existing. So from there, I had a dream. My godfather was trying to get in contact with me. I had a dream and I know this was nothing but God. And so a few days later, I called him and I said, hey, I had a dream about you. He was like, why haven't you called me? I've been trying to call you. And he told me to open up a CBD store. And I said, what? What do you mean? What is CBD? And he started telling me. So he sent some information through my father, and I was still bedridden. He had heard that I was still bedridden. So, I did not want to have anything to do with it. And then one day I said, let me just read this. And I started reading it. Then I started researching, and I'm a big researcher. And then I started researching some more, and I found someone who had CBD oil. And I said, well, I'm going to try it. What do I have to lose? I'm here. This is where I am. And I tell you, after taking 21 pills and supplements a day, and still not, being free of pain, I took that CBD oil, and let me tell you, it made a difference the first day. And then the second day, and then the third day. And I thought I was tripping. I was like, this is all in my head because I wanted to work. And then I started telling people from my church, I was like, hey, you got back problems. Come to the house. I want y'all to try something. So by this time I was getting mobile. I was feeling better. It helps mentally as well for depression and anxiety. And I was just like, oh my God, I would push my body and just try it out with CBD oil because I didn't want to promote it if it was just a fluke, So yeah, so I started telling people in my church, and they started trying, and it started helping. And then I just had a little place in my living room, and I was just buying products and letting people understand. And I started teaching them because of the stigma that is associated with marijuana. A lot of people's hands off. So I started educating them that it's natural, no side effects and different things. And from there, I said, oh my God, I need to open the store. I need to give people hope. I need to give people like me hope. And with that, I opened up my storefront, and I did a lot of researching, and I didn't have a clue what I was doing as far as opening the business and different things. But I prayed every night, okay, Lord, give me direction. What am I supposed to be doing now? So from there, I opened up, and I have been open for 4 years now. A storefront. Yes, I made it through the pandemic. Yes, I love it.
Wow. Okay. Now with him, a lot of people have came to me about that particular thing, and I kind of like, I was like, just like you were saying, because I know that this is not an easy business, but I do know that it works. It works, okay? However, how were you able to get past the pushback, not only with friends and family, and people that know, you were trying to help, but the pushback that's it within the business industry, because it's so many different regulations, there's certain things you can't say online, certain things you can't post online. Like, it's so, like, when I start researching it, and I was like, I may do it, but when I saw all of, you can't do this, you can't do that, they'll shut down your website, this, how was you able to make it? Because this is not no 12-month thing. You made it through 4 years. So how in the world have you been able to manage to stay afloat with something that is so controversial? Well, that can be controversial.
Yes. It was mainly just jumping through the hoops. There was many hoops. There were some hoops that have fire on it. So just jumping through the hoops and understanding the regulations, because I did get in at the very beginning after they made it legal. So, and there was a lot of, misinformation. So with the websites, you just had to make sure you didn't say certain wording. Like you said, they will lock you on down. And also with your processing, your payment processing, even if you was buying from someone who was selling him a company, they will shut down their processing because they said it was illegal. However, it was legal. So then you could barely get the products from different places in the United States. So trying to make sure you have a processor. Then they would cut you down, which they did shut mine down one time, and I just got another one under another name. And then you had to even be careful, like naming your products when you check people out and your Square and different things. So you had to learn. I learned from some of the farmers who was farming, because they had already had problems. And and even like with social media, is hard. You really can't promote. So if anyone sees me, it's very rare that I promote, because if you say anything, the words, every now and then I may go live and mention it while I'm in my store, but it's really hard to advertise and to get the word out. But I just try to find the little cracks and crevices that I can sort of shift in and get some, because it does help so many people. I even have on my wall when my customers come and I educate them and they say, oh my God, this helped. And I hear so many stories of it helping so many people. And I will put whatever the ailment is, I will put it on my wall. I will print it out with my little silhouette. I'm a crafter too. So I'll print it out and I put it on my wall, whether it's, arthritis or chronic pain, sciatica, nerve damage, diabetes, just whatever that they receive relief from. And that's what I promote, because I want them to see, my other customers to see, these are local people that are getting, this is not something I'm just pulling from the internet. This is what your local people are actually receiving relief from. And and then I do community, especially before COVID, I was doing community events, going to churches and speaking to people, trying to educate them on the difference and let them know that this is something that's good, that can help you, but we just have to get the word out.
So making sure I heard this correctly. So you have a physical location store?
Yes. And I'm online as well. Yes. A physical location.
Wow. Now that's different. Okay. Because it's a lot of these companies that there's nothing wrong with it to be 100% online. There's not anything wrong with it, but it just gives a little bit of more credibility and comfort when you can walk in a store with something like this and you can talk to someone about this and that it's legitimate, So you went the extra step to not only have an online store, but to also have a physical location. Yes. That is great. So you guys, I'll make sure to give y'all guys the way you can go pick yourself. You can drive on down there if you want. But so I personally know too about having chronic pain, being ill and stuff like that. It's so ironic that our stories are so similar. Yeah. They're so similar on how we both are dealing with chronic pain, dealing with depression, anxiety, and how we both was on a lot of pharmaceutical medicines. And mind you, people, I'm not going against Western medicine, because trust and believe, if I'm sick and they send me to the ER, give me anything to help me.
Yes.
save my life. But what I am saying, after y'all get me stable and I go home, I'm gonna detox myself and put some natural stuff.
Most definitely.
So that's what I'm saying. So the fact that you have the education, which is so important, dealing with something like this, to have the educational factor, having people who are just like you, because like I say, with any business, regardless of whatever it is, it don't have to be this particular type of business, any business. It don't really matter what you say about your business. It's what other people say about your business and product, because third-party validation is more strong than anything that a CEO, a founder, a co-founder, whatever can say about their business, because that is real, that is tangible, that is relatable. And so the fact that you have, I call this wall of ailments where people can read. And that's one thing that my chiropractor actually has on his wall, like different things, like experiences of how chiropractic surgery, not surgery, but chiropractic assistants help various different things. I'm one of their stories as well. So I really advocate for alternative health and wellness when you can manage it properly.
Yes.
That is the key. Realizing that natural medicine is still medicine. And many times people just take this natural medicines and they're taking all these pharmaceuticals and they're not doing the research to find out, does this interact with that? And all this stuff. And so I need people to make sure that you get educated, the resources, and that's what makes you different. You're not just selling a product, trying to sell a product or products. You're educating, which is so crucial, and providing that support. So thank you for doing that, and also sharing a little bit about your journey. So listen, you guys, we've been rambling for a little minute or so now. But guess what? I got to take another commercial break. I know you don't want to do it, but I have to, people. We will be back in a moment.
Listen, if anybody's interested in getting into podcasting, grab this book. Go on Amazon, grab this book. It goes with me almost everywhere. This book has like a workbook. It has places you can fill it in. It tells you how to monetize your podcast. It tells you how to set it up. It tells you about sponsorships. Listen, go on Amazon, get this book. And this is the Bible for podcasters. Listen, it was ranked #1 in podcasting books. Look right here. Best new podcasting book by Book Authority. Right there. Boom. And a little secret. Y'all, when you grab this book, I think it's page 43. There is a code on there. Listen. You can get access to her class, her course. Get her course. It's worth hundreds of dollars. But this book it's less than $50. Grab this book on Amazon. I'm telling you, I carry it everywhere. She is the best. Grab this book on Amazon.
And just like that, we are back. Sheila said, go grab my book, people. So you better listen to her. She's the Amazon queen. And I'm on Amazon, so go get it from Amazon. All right, so let's bring Sheila back on to the show. We are back. Listen, you, my dear, thank you for the review too, because I did not ask her, mind you. She went live and I popped on the live and she just started saying so many beautiful things. I'm like, honey, you done made my commercial. Thank you, boo-boo.
You're welcome. It was all true. It's all true.
So listen, you guys. So we talked about her with Amazon and she really broke it down for us. So if you're interested in doing that, make sure to get into her class and what she's doing with the mentorship. We also talked about her being an Amazon bestseller herself. You can go purchase that book and to read her chapter. We also spoke about her having challenges along the way, even not only in business, but also in health and wellness. And we both shared our experiences about dealing with some challenges and how natural wellness, getting the awareness, the education, and the resources together and having quality products really helps shift our life around, and how you can actually be a part of that by just visiting her store, which I'm going to ask her about the address a little later. So now, listen, she ain't done. You thought she was done. Sheila has a show. called the Sheila C. Hill Show. So Sheila, please tell us about your podcast, why, the type of guests that you're looking for, and any opportunities that may be attached to your podcast for the people.
Yes. I'm so excited. Yes, so I'm the host of the Sheila C. Hill Show, and that C stands for come on in this room and let's chit chat. And I would love to. My podcast is mainly focused for entrepreneurship. I breathe and I love being an entrepreneur, but there's so many different challenges, ups and downs for being an entrepreneur, because it is not for the weak at heart. And we need to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and not just glorify the good part of it. And also just your lifestyle, understanding when to pivot, understanding who you are, and living your unapologetically life. And also mental health, because I battle with this, and there's so many things that you can come across your life, and you can slip into depression, or you can have anxiety run your life, and you have to have the conversation. You have to be real. And this is the process that I'm taking with my podcast. And I want to be that voice for all three of these areas. And I want to be just authentic and have the conversation and show the highs and the lows, and let people know that it is okay not to be okay, but let's focus on our plan to be okay. And also I'm looking for guests who fit any of that. If they have an inspiring story, if they have something that they overcame, that they can teach a lesson. And it's not just for adults, even for young adults and teenagers, that they can teach a lesson, because that's when we need to really get them and understand who they are. And they need to understand that they don't have to focus on the social media life and this Instagram life, because it's not true. What we see on social media is not true. But I want to hear from people who have a story that can actually reach out and touch people and help them, give them the steps, because I'm all about you telling your story, but give us some actionable steps to get to where you are. Give us the secret sauce of how you became successful. Tell us, how did you come out of that depression? That time to talk about that and to impact. So yes, so if you would like to be on a guest on the Sheila C. Hill Show, listen, just go on my website, the SheilaCHillShow.com, and just click that button to be registered to be a guest.
Yes, so go on over to the SheilaCHillShow.com so that you can be a featured guest. And she has an amazing show. I have had the opportunity to be on her show, so it's an amazing show. And the fact that you are focused on entrepreneurs and our mental health, just to think about entrepreneurs battle. People don't realize this, but we battle with more mental health issues than the average person, because we're taking on so much.
Yes.
We're in the business of being of service and helping and providing solutions. And even though we love what we do, it does not shield us from the regular day-to-day life that we have to handle, and also the ups and downs of business. And even when we're having our ups and downs, or I would say the downs, we're going to focus on the downs right now.
Yeah.
Business, we still have to show up for our clients. We still have to show up for our business. So the fact that Sheila is making a safe place for entrepreneurs to like spotlight what they do, and also be able to have a safe place to talk about the downs, which most people do not talk about, but it's so prevalent. In order to have any type of ups, there are several downs before you get up.
Most definitely.
And we have to start talking about, because we don't want to give people, like Sheila was saying, that fake Instagram life, like everything is all good.
Yes.
All the time. It makes people feel like they're less than that they're maybe doing something wrong because they're having a struggle or a challenge. But the fact of the matter is, all of us, I have them. But I just keep on moving, and during those times, I have to sometimes take a mental break. Like sometimes I can push through. Sometimes I have to be still, quiet, and silent, and don't do anything to take care of myself at that moment, so I can come back and be better. So what do you do in those moments? Well, the Sheila Hill Show She be talking about that, giving y'all them little tips and little gems. Cause that ain't what I do. That's what she do. So hop on over.
Yes, so that means they have to tune in to my show as well, and they get all the goodies from you. But as I mentioned earlier in the show, that when I was talking about Amazon and getting a coach, listen, when I started podcasting, I'm brand new to podcasting. So, of course, I had to get the best in the business as a coach. So I met Dr. Tina Ramsay in an inner circle, and I just resonated with her spirit and even her story. And I was just like, hey, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it with the best, because I done seen what the bottom look like. I need to go to the top. And she is the top with CTR Media Network. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to invest in myself and I'm going to learn from her. So I'm in the process of learning from her as well. And I'm so glad to be a part. I'm so glad. And that's why I promoted your book so much, because it resonated with me, the book, and just understanding the details. There was no questions unanswered in that book. So listen, this is not a commercial, y'all, but listen, go to Amazon, get that book. I'm so true. And I see what you're doing and I wanted to be a part. And I've always, if people know me, like really know me from way back in the day, they know I'm not going to be associated with no mess. I have a spirit of excellence that I walk in. And so when I connect with you, it's just like they know you top tier, because I don't play, baby. No, we gonna go to the top. So yeah, and then to see that you're nominated with the Inspire You Awards. Listen, go out and vote for her for Podcaster of the Year, guys. Inspire You Award. Please do so. I am so indebted to be a part of the CTR Media family. And if anyone's out there that's looking out and you're looking for a podcaster, don't do it by yourself. Connect with the family, connect with someone who cares, connect with someone who can stay on the call with you for hours at the time. And help you and make you feel comfortable and give you all the resources. So I just say thank you. Thank you for accepting me into the family. And I'm so excited to be here. I'm going to make you proud.
Girl, you are already making me proud, because you're one of those students that you give them the roadmap and they just go do it. I don't have to be on you 24/7. You just like, I'm like, ooh, wait a minute. Girl, I need you to come over here and help me with that, because you just surpassed me. Help me with some of that little stuff you're doing over there, girl, because you took it to the next level.
I call myself the execution queen. You're going to teach me something, I'm going to execute, okay?
Yes, you need to get a t-shirt, because that is what you are, okay? And so you guys, make sure to go into the Sheila Hill Show to go ahead and be a featured guest. Right now, she is doing where she can let you come in to do the interview now, but I want you guys to also sponsor her show as well. So she has commercial slots available with special pricing as well as guest slots. She has a lot of different things to offer, and it'll be a great investment for your business. Many people ask me all the time, what is one of the number one things you do? Because I see you everywhere. Podcasting. Not only am I a podcaster, but you see me going on other people's podcast shows. Yes, I have a network. So people are like, why would she can just go all on her. Yeah, but I'm gonna be on mine and everybody else on too. Okay.
Yes.
All over the United States, all over in other countries on their podcasts. Why? Because I understand the power of podcasting. Yes. And everybody's podcast has a different audience that don't know about me. And so I'm going to introduce myself to all of you, okay? So yes, I go on, like, that's one of the main things that I do. Of course, it's about 24 different steps to my visibility coaching that I also provide for my elite clients, where I map down 24 steps for you to do. And it's a series of stuff that you do in media. But podcasting is one of those 24 steps, and it's relatively one of the most inexpensive parts of the 24 steps. Okay. So you invest, but it's not as much as some of the other things that you have to invest in, because a lot of these things you got to pay to play. And so podcasting, that get in where you fit in. I encourage everybody to not only be to be interviewed, but to also start your own podcast, because that can help create streams of income for you, and also just a way for you to network in a different way and be able to provide opportunities. I love to provide opportunities, and podcasting is one of the easiest ways for you to do that. It's more easier than radio, more easier than streaming TV. It's just easy for everyday people to do, but you do have to have commitment, consistency, and you have to have somebody that knows what to do, because even though it's easy to start, it's not easy to continue a podcast, because so many people starting because it's trending, but then they fade away. And so you need that constant help, that constant mentorship, and the podcast world is changing every day. So just to know what's going on in this industry, but I absolutely love podcasting. So, and Sheila is doing an amazing job with her podcast. So you guys, you better go ahead and get on it while it's affordable.
There you go. Say that again.
So listen, I read it was number 2 on the network, CTR. And so I'm just like, in her first 30 days. She not playing. So you better go ahead and get on there while it's pricing friendly.
That's right.
Sheila, listen, I thoroughly enjoyed our conversation on today. I want you guys to make sure to check her out on all social media platforms. She's on YouTube, Sheila C. Hill. She's on Instagram, Sheila, the Amazon Hustler, and Facebook, Sheila Hill. All of those things, you can get in contact with her. And as you already know, she is a multi-talented entrepreneur and speaker. And if you're looking for advertisement opportunities for her show or learning how to do Amazon, get in contact with her on today. She is definitely a person that you want in your tribe. She's definitely a person that you want, because she's very resourceful and very supportive on everything that she does, and she operates in integrity, and you can't find that every day. Y'all know I ain't gonna be shady today.
Thank you.
So I appreciate her and everything that you do, and being so supportive of not only CTR Media Network, but the Tina Ramsay Show and podcast. So Sheila, is there anything else you want to tell our guests? Like you want them to go here, do that, go here, go there, whatever.
Yes. Out of the things that I mentioned, I'm a business consultant as well, but I learned that a lot of new business owners and even seasoned business owners don't have the know-how, the technical side of getting things done, like the website and the funnels and different things. So in the process of me launching my Amazon course, I needed some help. So I borrowed my friend's VA to help me. So later on, I found that there was so much value in having one. And then I of course, I invested in my own. And then I thought, hey, wait a minute. Why don't I offer this to people who may need it? And they can borrow my VA to get their projects done, to get their funnels, to get their websites, or just to help them set up their back office, their CRMs. So I launched that. I'm in the process of building that as well, but I have launched that, and it has helped so many business owners just this far. It's just been a few months. So listen, if you need assistance with getting some projects done, go to borrowmyva.com. And we're here to help you. We can set up a consultation, and we can see exactly what you need to help take your business to the next level without breaking the bank.
Love it. Borrow my VA. Yes, I'm gonna borrow her VA. Okay, I'm gonna borrow her. Oh, him, her, all of them. So make sure to go ahead and get that service or anything that she has to offer. It has been a pleasure having you on our show on today. So make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to all of her social media platforms. Make sure to check out her show on CTR Media Network, and anything that resonated with you throughout this interview, make sure to reach out. Do not just watch on the sidelines. Get up in the mix, because this is your season. This is the season of first. You can be the first entrepreneur in your family. You can be the first multimillionaire in your family. You can be the first to change your family history. But before that happens, you have to take action. So this is my call of action for you guys. Take the initiative. Move. Action with the right people. Sheila Hill is just one of those people. So go ahead and, listen. That is what she does, and that is what she do, and she's just amazing at what she does, point blank. So, Sheila, thank you so much for being a part of our show on today. And you can rest on backstage, and I'll pull you back in a moment.
So at this time, we are welcoming author, podcast, businesswoman, coach, podcast influencer, Coach Tina Ramsay.
What up, family? CTR Media Network. Yeah. Best in the biz. Yeah. Join the team. CTR is who we are. The media network, that's the best by far. Whether you listen at your home, at your job, in your car, come get the information that's needed above par. Never lasting, motivational podcasting, giving you the answers to the questions that you're asking. Serious talks and topics, how to come up and profit, how to better yourself, your health, that's it, we got it. Reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like-minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence, all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR is who we are. The Media Network, that's the best by far, you know. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. Your health is here, we got it. Reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like-minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence, all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR is who we are. The Media Network, that's the best by far, you know. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network.